Spitfire just keep maintaining control of this point. They're at 80% now. Stuck on the guard. Coalescence still rolling for Violet, looking for a pick. They're just constantly shifting around these pillars. But Sinatra finally finds a kill as guard gets taken down with a rocket punch. Violet falling low and Smurf going to get dropped. And then Spitfire might just be able to hold this one out. They need to top up Fury though as he still hovers down below half HP. Another punch in, Gesture. Down to 30, tries to keep himself alive, but will get picked in the end by the enemy Gravitic Flux. Sinatra now going to be killed off. Another Coalescence coming in from Bedosian, really just trying to seal the deal here in this overtime fight. Troyobin going lower and lower, makes his way behind the drum, looting that Coalescence damage for a little bit longer. Orb comes out, guard goes through, has the punch, takes him down with the Death Blossom. Striker manages to find one, eliminates the enemy Doom. Now Fury rejoins with that Wrecking Ball. Kyle drives his way in. We're into overtime, of course, but San Francisco Shock will be able to outlast the Spitfire in the fight and get the flip, but it's at 99%.
It's out, so they can finally get that flip, trade up.
Meteor Strike in, Coalescence is out, drops straight in on top of Nuss. Great execution there from Sinatra. A crucial target eliminated. The rest of Spitfire just trying to back up, but Gesture will get picked in the end, so some extra staggers coming through. As they keep going in quite deep. Sinatra just scooping up everything here in the kill feed. 4 be found yet. 70% on the board for the Shock. They turn this one around, but the Death Blossom is there for Profit. Manages to find 2. Troyobin going to be eliminated as well. Now looking for the chase down there on the Moth, but they will just go ahead and abandon the Lucio, turn back around, kill the rest of the members on the Shock who are on the point. They do just that. They flip back into their favor, and here we are at OT. Moth tags in for a moment, but instantly gets deleted by guard with a punch. It'll bleed away. 183%. London Spitfire all smiles as they close out the first round of Busan. Onto the members of the London Spitfire. The Cat's getting ready to come through for the Shock. Spitfire will be able to tag over onto the point as the sound barrier gets dropped in. Now they don't have that for the Gravitic Flux that Troyobin's about to have available in just a couple percent, but maybe it might not matter. Sinatra will be taken down, but it's at the cost of Fury, so manages to find one of the tanks as Gesture falls lower and lower. It will be dead on arrival. Opening back towards the ground, but Profit! The Major Death Blossom finds 2 off screen. Troyobin just trying to duke it out with guard. He uses the barriers, but there's no way for him to escape.
And this is another really important lesson as to why getting the point capture first matters so much. London kind of a 6v5 fight.
Coalescence is out again. Profit trying to TP in, but gets greeted with a boulder. Seems to be the standard these days. Sinatra, the Meteor Strike, does take down Bedosian, and Fury's gonna fall. Spitfire in danger of losing this point. It seems like the Shock will be able to put this one back into their favor again in overtime. Coalescence coming in as everybody gets hauled into the side. Gravitic Flux going through. No one's gonna get taken down quite yet, but they're still dangerously low, but it's still Guard who manages to find the first kill. Sinatra gets taken down yet again. Guard coming out on top consistently, finding these picks. Now Ball's gonna be gone. Meteor Strike forced out. Guard just gonna drop down straight on top of the point. It's a little bit of damage there on Troyobin. Manages to finish him off with the uppercut. Striker answers 2 back. Profit and Fury both gonna fall. Another punch there from Guard, but let's see the Death Blossom come out. Striker puts the team on his back and helps control the point. 52% for the Shock.
And Flux came through from Troyobin. The Striker's the one who really comes up big, making the plays here to help turn this around, because this was almost a lost fight until he got that flank kill there. And he's obviously getting the Death Blossom value here. Not absolutely necessary there, but again, if any lost fight happens, you lose the map, so.
Yep. We're right back into the action now. It's the Spitfire on the other side trying to exit the choke, and a nice halt together, but Sinatra will just go ahead and punch us to oblivion.
And now Mott's gonna have this barrier.
Oh, massive seismic slam coming through. They still use the Gravitic Flux, and Profit uses the Death Blossom. Does manage to find 2. Sinatra's in the back.
Profit.
He's going alone. Profit cuts him down. A 4K for Profit. Violet's the only one left alive, and he's got a sliver of HP. He's off the point. He can't contest.
Moth had the sound barrier ready, but he's killed by a flank from Profit during the Gravitic Flux. A huge turnaround here.
Absolutely massive. 95% built up for the Shock, and Nuss is going to be taken down off the bat. See the dueling Moira's here. Coalescence is out for both sides. Striker down at the front of the point. Going to be looking to shock him out, but he gets knocked off the side. Fury swings his way to success. Gets rid of the enemy Reaper. Absolutely monstrous. Gravitic Flux coming in, pulls Profit up into the air. He will be taken down. Gesture dead as well. They get the stun on Fury in the back line as Guard hits the ground with the Meteor Strike, but he doesn't find any kills and will be taken down. The flip is there. Shock back in control. Nuss trying to buy enough time for some people to get back over onto the point. Bedosian will arrive, but he's going to be taken out. Both supports will fall, and that will be it. Another round coming up downtown. Going to be settling who will be able to be the victor. Profit cutting his way back. Soul has that rage form ready to go. And the Death Blossom now going to be online, but Violet hoses Nuss into the ground. And will also pick up Fury. Major value onto that Coalescence as Bedosian will fall on the point. So Shock looking to get the flip here a lot sooner. Not going to be in overtime this time. 45% currently for the Spitfire as Prophet will go ahead and get finished off. Coalescence out. Superchargers used from both sides. Now Payload as well. Using that ultimate. Death Blossom's going to be coming through. Jester takes down Striker. Interrupting that Death Blossom, finishing him off. TP out to the side. Prophet tries to get on the flank. He's right in behind Moth. Can he take him down? And he can. One final shot. Finishes him off now. Just looks to deal with Smurf. With the help of Nuss, they are able to do so. The Spitfire going to be regaining control of the point. Shock pushing up to just shy of 70% here. Striker will buy a little bit more time as he gets finished off guard. Trying to find an execution. Taking down about half HP, and Prophet will be eliminated. Huge pickoff for Striker. The Spitfire inches their way into the lead right now. Rabbinic Pluck's going to be used for Yovan, trying to find any angle. Finds Jester around the back. He's absorbing the rest of these left clicks out from Yovan. The boulder will not connect. Point now starting to get flipped back into the Shock's favor. The Spitfire cannot get there in time to contest it. 3 members going to be gone on the back end of the fight. Spitfire now on the back foot. Have to try to recap this point. Already forced into the rain. Rabbinic Pluck comes out, he'll drop down, Death Blossom out, manages to find Bedosian, and Jester going to be taken out as well. Striker now on the point alone. Sound barrier goes through from Nuss, catches 3 members, but Prophet already eliminated, cannot use his Death Blossom. And Nuss will be finished off, the OT will bleed away. It was looking so good for Spitfire, with the Shock turning around, and they will take boost on 2-1 in the end.
Very good look for Shock here. They were able to turn things around, and it was a pretty rocky start on control in terms of neutral fights.
They're going to be down to about half HP. Striker trying to get the kill here onto Fury, but is unable to do so. The Coalescence comes in a little bit too late from Violence, trying to keep him alive, but Prophet's still going to be taken out of the sky. Nuss manages to find the res, but already 2 ticks, nearly the entire point taken for the Shock, and they might just have it right here. Fury barely manages to step up on the corner. Barrage comes down from above. Prop finds 2. Now just looks to finish off Violent, but already so much percentage given up. 98% to the Shock. Way out, Coalescence has been used. Jump into the back. Really aggressive plays there from Moth, trying to find a kill. Guard going to be hitting the ground. Has that. Matrix ready to go. Pumps out the damage. The Shock will be held off. Sound barrier still ready. Death Blossom about to be online as well as the Supercharger, but can they get in position to actually utilize these?
I mean, there's a sick flank. Let's take a look at this actually from his first-person view. As everyone commits to the Bastion, Guard survives, and then Prophet gets a perfect angle here. There's no one to block, but Joyobin is not ready.
Don't last too much longer either. Great barriers coming out from Jester to block the accretions, making sure they do not stun up this Bastion. Death Blossom out from Striker, manages to find 1. Fury going to be taken down. Guard pops the configuration tank, but instantly gets picked. Oh no, that's catastrophic for the London Spitfire with this defense. They're still obviously taking them down to overtime, but it seems like a full hold now not going to be possible. The Pharmacy is taken out of the sky. That will just be the finish. So close to closing this one out with a full hold, but the Spitfire crumble right at the last second. So 2.5 minutes now on the clock here in this playoff series. 4 members split off there, but the EMP comes through, and that's going to be 4 members hacked on the side of London Spitfire. Mortality Field comes in at the last second to help keep Gesture and Guard alive for a little bit longer, but they will be taken down in the end. And that will be point B gained for the Shock. Fury will get chased down and eliminated. Configuration tank out. Be expiring pretty shortly here so far. Not really seeing the kills. A lot of damage to be offered up, and now the sound barrier comes through. The Guard doesn't know which way to look. Turns out, whichever direction it is, it's not a good one. He gets taken down. The rocket punch from Sinatra puts him in the grave as Nuss tries to get the res off. Will be interrupted. Fury just going to be rolling around, trying to buy some time. The Blizzard comes through. Is that going to be enough? Because now there's no one on the cart. They tag him for a moment. Guard coming in with the Tracer, forced to recall. Tries to tag back in. Will get pushed away. The Shock rolled through to the end of Nimbani with 9 seconds remaining. Experimental one down the lane.
Ooh, the Immortality Field's used, so now this could be a huge Dragon Strike from Guard. There's no counter.
He dragged down an old Province with the barrage. The setup absolutely massive. Cuts down 3. Guard gets Treyhoven, and that will be them capping the point. Just about a minute remaining in the time bank. Great synergy with the halts. Doesn't matter if it's Gesture or Fury. The halt, they're with Prophet. Always great synergy here. We'll go ahead and take another look at it.
Yeah, pulls him right into it.
And he pushes up while he's got 46 HP.
Yeah, he's no fear. He's got complete trust in Nuss.
That high ground absorbs a little bit. Again, Holt coming through. Now on the turn of being frozen from Prophet. Gonna be taking a nap over onto the card. Makes it into the ice block as Guard uses that configuration tank and manages to find 1 on the Sinatra. He's a lot more than that. Troy Yelvin will get set up. and finish off. Now back up onto the cart, just have to give it a smurf, which they do. They should be able to start advancing again. He's going to be using Valkyrie going out. Striker gets boosted up.
Oh,
over the top. Meteor strike into the back, and that's a double kill for Sinatra. Jester and Fury both going to be taking down Guard, falling just moments before. Seismic Slam will get rid of Benocean. And that is nearly the wipe there. London Spitfire, with 35 seconds remaining, have to make it to the end, but the cart is still sitting at B. It's rolled back as far as it can go. Sinatra waiting on the flank. They look to hold them off the side, but the barrier blocks that one out. The Clutch puts Striker down on the ground, and Guard manages to find the kill. Now they start advancing. The Blizzard freezing up 3.
Great Blizzard.
That will be the cleanup here, but they still have so far to go. As we get ready to roll into OT, Choyobin going to be dropping down, will be finished off in the end.
Choyobin going to be the engager, but once again,
the big Flux goes out.
It's a big one.
Pulling them away from the card as best as possible. Still going to be forced out with the overtime, but Jester will fall. Violet finds the kill. Nuss going to be taken down as well. Just Benocean by himself. You can see the configuration tank coming in, the shots connecting, and everyone falling. OT will plummet as well. The San Francisco Shock will be able to find a map victory on Numbani, moving up 2-0 in this set, halfway there to keeping their playoff run alive. Matrix have to show respect to Striker, even if he's not sitting in that turret for him yet. Mirage comes down, tries to zone them back, but Striker goes into configuration tank and snipes Prophet right out of the sky. Takes him down now. The Gravitic Flux will come through. Jester going to be taking a shot in mid-air. Sinatra, the pulse bomb gets rid of Benocean, but Nuss finds the res. Sinatra goes ahead, punishes the Mercy, however. Spitfire continue to try to play forward. They're so close to getting that tick. They finally do manage to get it. Sinatra still picking off people in the back lines.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 T-Mobile MVP.
And Prophet as well on his Tracer. Very storied pick for him. Choyobin set up for the moment. Prophet gets into the back. Manages to find the kill. Now he's looking to deal with Smurf. He's down to half HP. He's doing the barrier dance. Prophet will get hacked before he can break line of sight. Striker looking to shut him down for the moment. He loses out on that mobility. Now goes right back into it. Tries to finish off the Orisa, but the healing has returned for the Shock.
Spitfire's playing a dangerous game with this. Rather than resetting, coming back with the Wrecking Ball.
Taking up for the moment. Another hack here onto Prophet. He's vulnerable again. They pull him out with the halt. Lots of healing there, trying to keep him topped up, and so far it's working a treat. Pulse Bomb nearly online. Fortify going to be burned by Smurf, and Sinatra taken down. Fury finds the kills. No Pulse Bomb coming out from the Shock this time around, but Nuss still going to be eliminated. Stick goes in, they push forward, and Prophet gets a 2-for-1 special delivered by yours personally from Smurf. Gets rid of Violet. Guard finds another 2 kills, and that will be the cap. 3 minutes on the clock for the Spitfires. They close it out in OT.
I mean, looking back, almost objectively, it might have been like almost in a game theory sense, just to reset.
Prophet's waiting up on the high ground to try to push in. The Wrecking Ball now coming through from Fury. Absolutely melted by Sinatra, who is just set up in that bunker. Meteor Strike is ready. Bob says, come on, what do you got? Guard drops in, gets cleaned up instantly. And that will be the hold on B for the San Francisco Shock, not surrendering any percentage here over to the Spitfire.
Again, I mean, versatility. How many more heroes is going to play this series and kill it with? He's going to teleport to the point.
Hiding it for now. They do manage to make their way through. Immortality Field's going to be cleaned up. The turrets now tossed out for Sinatra. Just build up energy off of those barriers as they try to operate on the high ground. Guard stunned up for the moment. Immortality Field goes out for the London Spitfire. Fury drops down to contest, but will just get chewed up into the meat grinder. Go the members of the Spitfire and Shock are just speed running their cap here on point A. Nearly have it done. They get the last few members, and that's going to be it. 6 minutes, 17 seconds to take a single tick on point B. Fury taking a little roll through. The rest of the team now pushing forward as the Sim barrier comes in. Fury up into the air, will pile drive down, but doesn't find anything, and Jester's already been picked off. Again, Shock has need that single tick, and looks like they're going to be able to take it right here, right now, unless Guard can pull off some more heroics. He gets rid of one. Sinatra going to be gone. Prophet goes into the ice block. The Striker is waiting with the Reaper trying to finish him off. Gravitic Flux now comes through, finds Prophet, drops him to the ground. Left clicks will be able to finish him off. Terminal barrier here from Jester, blocking out the enemy accretion. Choyobin just playing forward, trying to find the kill, and oh boy, bodies going flying as they will be able to get the cap. A big smile on the face of our league MVP as they close it out. San Francisco Shock, one map away from continuing forward and knocking out the inaugural season champions. Find that accretion for a moment, will not get finished off. Their way over onto the card. Immortality Field again coming out for the Shock. First kill going to be found. Super takes out Prophet. The cart inching forward, getting further and further away from the London Spitfire, so they have to reroute.
They have to reroute, and if it goes down, if it dips too far, they can't hit with the Bastion. And look at Nemix with the flank!
Oh, he's right up on top of him. Mortality Field goes out. Off Pedosian going to be taken down.
Absolutely crushing them here. No chance. I mean, what an unbelievable turnaround there for the Shock, too. They pushed down.
Gotta be careful. Violet's been nailing these sleep darts all night long, and Guard's just gonna
He's
melt.
dead.
Looks like he was maybe Maywalled off. Configuration tank will come through for Architect. Nearly takes down Nuss, gets him as he tries to jump over to the side. Point blank, they're on a Prophet as well. We'll finish him off. That's just gonna be a glide through. 444 for the Shock. Make a wish. I think they're wishing for a step forward in the playoffs. Seems like their wish might just come through.
I don't know if they want
this pace.
They're gonna need tank configuration. Not useful in this setup.
He hits two, including Fury. He gets taken down now, but Ocean's gonna be hacked. Mortality Field helps keep him alive for a bit longer. Configuration tank will be used by Guard. He's trying to heal himself back up. Can't quite find a target. It's a 2-for-1 shot onto both supports. Moth and Violet eliminated, super finished off as the Blizzard came through from Prophet. Nevix now a bit too far forward. They'll just go ahead and get finished off as Guard swaps into recon mode. Cart stopped 1.35 meters away. Seems like Guard's gonna be swapping it up.
Seen? Okay, I think they know he's there now.
Yeah,
There
that's
goes.
gonna be the drop down. Blizzard locked in deep. Mortality Field already taken away. Gesture will fall. Headshot from Rascal finishes him off. Mortality Field set up perfectly for Architect to just sit in the back and wait out that ice block from Prophet. You lose it. Wall goes up. Pedosian trying to finish off Architect. Gets him so darn close. He can't quite get him. With Gesture by himself. He'll drop down. Get topped up by Violet. Architect now. Roll position. Nano going forward. Guard sight out of the sky. Gesture gonna be gone. Configuration tank looks to finish them all off. Blizzard comes in. They'll get halted in to ensure that they get frozen. Kills are there onto Super and Architect. But can they stay alive? Sliver of HP here for Fury as the barrier gets broken. Has the Immortality Field, will step into it, but it gets cut off. The wall coming up.
Okay, if the Spitfire can stabilize, they're in a great position here. Shock are gonna have to change their composition after this fight. I don't think they're gonna be running the Bastion around this corner anymore. They can keep Rascal here for this Blizzard. This is a huge win for the Spitfire because now they've got a shot.
Moves over to the Moira. Holding on. Dominic Punk's now gonna be coming through. Catches Gesture. Configuration tank is out from Guard. He's got the Immortality Field to help keep him alive. Falls low, and oh man, he gets a fadeaway shot on the Nevix as he drops off the high ground. Architect as well, finished off, managed to only find Fury. That will just be the cleanup here. Rascal swaps to the Tracer, but does not have enough time to make it to the cart. Halted just a bit in front of point C is the cart for the shot.
Not feeling stressed out about the timing that much here. As Rascal falls before he can use the flanking Blizzard.
Just have to be concerned about getting back over to the cart. Right now the Far are going to be grounded on the lower left side. Prophet going to be nano boosted, and the barrage, he takes it right to his face! Both supports plus the Bastion. Prophet cleaning up house with the barrages again. That is point A for the London Spitfire.
He uses the leap, you know, when he goes in for these barrages, he concussive blasts himself forward, so he comes up so quickly. Moth gets split spawned here, so is Architect, so the two of them were gonna get killed off.
Oh,
it's gonna have to be long range. Remember when Rascal threw his, he made it look like he was gonna throw it onto the high ground, and he actually landed it on the low ground.
Dominic Flux comes in, catches numerous members of the side of the Spitfire, the Bionade, ensuring that none of them will survive.
And the
Configuration tank is there again.
The focus on the Immortality Field was instant. I mean, it was up for less than a second. They just blew it up. Flux is big.
15 seconds remaining. The Spitfire need to push this one through. Immortality Field is going to be burned to help keep Gesture alive.
They have to
finish that one off.
They have to
Gesture
commit
falling lower and lower. Supercharger going out. Blizzard comes through. There's no Immortality Field for this one. The Supercharger finished off already by Architect. Gesture falling low in the back. Are going to be contested for now. They managed to find one, but the tank line's already been broken down. Nuss falling lower and lower. Will be finished off. But Ocean's the last one alive. But he cannot make it to the card. And that is going to be it as they finish him off. San Francisco Shock will be eliminating your inaugural season champions. Fury cannot tag the card. The Shock take it home. They will be advancing in the lower bracket. But for London, the 2019 season is over.
It's a sign of the times. 2018's champion defeated by this squad. San Francisco Shock beat them with two different rosters. At the end of the day, this is the favorite. San Francisco Shock, they are the favorites to take this season. There's no doubts about that. And I don't think it's a huge surprise here. It's the rare support player of the match. It's Violet. Insane bio nades all series long. Great sleep darts. Moira was
very pivotal in a lot of these fights on control.
Yeah, I mean, coming on multiple kills with the Coalescence is, you know, just solid stuff as always from Violet.
I think
one of the best pickups for the squad.
Violet kind of goes under the radar. When you think of our top 3 teams, people think about Jonak, people think about Twilight, but Violet is up there on all flex support heroes.
Oh God, it was right in the shin. I used to be a playoff player, and then I took a dart to the knee. But here you go. 22 bio grenade kills in a one-sided 4-0 match. That is pretty impressive. I don't have the number of how many he hit, but I can tell you it's probably quite high. Yeah, very solid stuff from Violet and from the Shock. Able to flex a little bit there at the end, give Nevik some stage time alongside the rest of the players who we haven't seen in a while.